When you are a leader, you are supposed to lead by example. ZANU PF-led government has failed. For the past 5 years, they've done nothing to show that they have national interests at heart. The sporting facilities in Zimbabwe are dead. The economy is dead. Business is dead. Everywhere you go, kwese kwa mashika, the health sector, the education sector, the mining sector, agricultural sector, all sectors are dead. No ministry is functioning correctly and rightly. Hands pana Honorable Joanna Mamombe, the effects of looting and mismanagement of resources are felt even in sports. National Sports Stadium is run by SRC. They failed to maintain the stadium, forcing the league to be stopped. We have clueless and West sports minister in history. We need new leaders. #CCC. This is a letter which was written by Premier Soccer League, dated 7 June 2023, and it talks about temporary suspension of Castle Lager PSL matches. And they say this serves to advise that the Castle Lager Premier Soccer League is taking a break with immediate effect and will resume on the 1st of July 2023. This has been necessitated by the maintenance work on water reticulation being carried out at the National Sports Stadium and to allow the playing field to regenerate. We also expect refurbishment works at Rufaro, Nyamunga and Sakuba Stadia to be completed before we resume Castle Lager PSL matches. And it was signed by Kuzaibare, the Communications and Media Liaison Officer. So, Team Zimbabwe, what does this mean? This shows kuti we have a failed regime in charge. Hurumende chachina basa nezvimwe zvinhu kuti hanzi zvinombofamba sei. They have politicized everything. Take a look on General Mlochwa, who is leading the SRC. He is the relative of, or the in-law of the president. But is he doing enough to show that the president is sincere? His father-in-law. He's actually sabotaging his father-in-law. Zifa remains suspended from international football. Zimbabwe remain suspended from international football. We can't play Kosafa. We can't play African Chakadaro, African Cup of Nations. We can't play the World Cup. We can't play club in the club league in Africa. What does that mean? It means Zimbabwe is decaying as each and every day passes. What do we need to do? We really need to vote for CCC. CCC will prioritize infrastructure development, which means we are going to have stadiums which are up to standard, world standard stadiums. We are going to have an opportunity to even host the Africa, what do you call it? That Africa Cup of Nations. Who will be able even to request to host the World Cup. Why? It's because we will be having leadership. It could prioritize our growth in terms of sport. That is the reason why we have a specific ministry in engage Dilani sports, Dilani arts, Dilani all other things. Which means we are going to have empowerment of our own people. Which means we are going to have football, billions and billions of dollars being injected into the sporting facilities, being cricket, football, rugby, basketball, whatever you might think of. In a new Zimbabwe, we are going to have a new crop of athletes even participating on international duties, very in terms of swimming, kumanya, whatever you might think of. So, isisu tiri kuti mu New Zimbabwe, let us have a government which prioritizes its own people. Kana politics dzakashata hapana chinoshanda. When politics interferes in everything, hapana chinofamba. Ukaenda ku banking sector, politics dziri kuleader. Ku sports, politics dziri kuleader. Ku mining, politics dziri kuleader. Ku agriculture, politics. Kwese kwawasvika kunongorina politician ari kuleader achita nyonganiso mvonga mupopoto chete chete. and you expect a country to go forward. No. In ZANU PF, you don't join or you don't go up the ranks because you have brains. No. You go up the ranks because you can make a slogan, because you can be used. And that is wrong. Within this new government which is coming, you'll see ideas will be at the top. Ideas will be at the top. Slogans. We don't want slogans. We want development. Development ingai kutaurire. You are an MP. You don't need to campaign during elections. Zvawakaita should talk on your behalf, should speak on your behalf. Wakanyarara. You are a councillor. You don't need to campaign. I'm saying, if we vote Triple C councillors this 2023, 2028, we don't want to see those councillors campaigning. We don't want to see them campaigning because zvavakaita during that period zvinofana kuvapupurira, inofana kungova talk of the town, talk of the ward, talk of the constituency, talk of the country. Aiwa a councillor atidinai. Vanhu vanofana kufila kuti you are not contestable. They must feel that we can't compete with this person, we can't contest this person. Because of ideas, which inject into the community. Because of development, each inject into the community. That is the trajectory we want to take as Triple C. As young people, that is the trajectory we want to take. If I feel that I'm not capable of doing something, I must leave capable people do it on our behalf. Because it's not about myself, it's about the country, it's about the future generations. It's not about individuals, it's about Zimbabwe. Being patriotic is to know kuti iwewe as a Zimbabwean, you don't have capacity. Let other citizens take over because they have capacity to do so. Saka Team Zimbabwe, let us vote Triple C. Let us have the new team on board. So, chinchega chatagona senyika, Kuba, apapo tatora mkombe. Tatora mkombe, pakuba, almuruzon. Let us vote wisely. Let us do the needful and make sure that we deal with these issues.